Alright, boys and girls, let's take a look at this. We are learning about angle pairs with two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay, it's going to be a lot of memorization, but it's also very intuitive. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's just say right now you have here two parallel lines, and it's being cut by something called a transversal. Okay, so here, instead of the stuff that we learned earlier, where you were only seeing something like this, now it's just double the amount. And with double the amount of angles, you can actually see more angle types. But first, let's go over the angle types that you do know. The two angle types that you know are vertical angles, right? And linear pairs, okay? So let's go over this very quickly. Vertical angles and linear pairs. If you just cover the bottom up and just focus on the top, there's only really two vertical angles, right? You see that it's going to be, well, the definition is equal and opposite, right? So 1 and 4 are vertical angles and 2 and 3 are vertical angles, right? So we can say angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, right? And then angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. And that's clear cut, it's easy, right? And then you can see on the bottom as well, now you can guess, oh yeah, 5 and 8 are vertical angles because they are equal and opposite, right? Equal and opposite. And then 7 and 6 are vertical angles because they are equal and opposite. So that's straightforward, okay? The next thing that's straightforward would be linear pairs. Keep in mind, linear pairs, it's any two angles that form a straight line. And whenever you have a straight line, you could draw that sunrise, right? And so, and you also know that with a straight line, it's going to equal to, the sunrise always equals to 180, the supplementary. So let's take a look at this, right? It's obvious that 1 and 2, like angles 1 plus angles 2, is going to give you 180, right? And then 3 and 4 on the bottom gets you a straight line as well, right? But, you know, the more you develop your eyes, you can see that 1 and 3, right, also gets you a straight line because it's this straight line. So you could say angle 1 plus angle 3 is going to give you 180, and then finally angles 2 and angles 4 over here gets you this straight line on the other side, right? So angles 2 plus angles 4 is equal to 180, okay? So that's actually just the top half, but the bottom half repeats itself, right? So you have 5 and 6 gets you 180, 6 and 8 gets you 180, 7 and 8 gets you 180, and then 5 and 7 also gets you 180 degrees. So that's all the vertical and linear pairs that you guys already know. The next video is going to introduce you to 4 brand new angle types that you have to remember.